Hi, good afternoon. I'm Wendy, and on behalf of Circle 96, a very warm welcome to Smashing Summit 3 on a very cold and wet afternoon to debunk all Feng Shui myths and superstitions together. In the following smashing hour or so, our masters will literally be smashing away all your misunderstanding, misconception, and the necessity of the many so-called Feng Shui artifacts. Firstly, I'd like to thank our gorgeous sponsor, Renotalk, the number one renovation platform in Southeast Asia. It's a platform for people to come together to talk and engage on renovation matter, sourcing reliable renovation materials, interior designers, and contractors. Recommended by property owners for property owners. The other sponsor, Sky Creation, is an award-winning renovation firm that has garnered many awards in the industry over the years. It is a professional accredited renovation firm that has attained many industry certifications for quality and industry best. Beg your pardon. Now, it is my great pleasure to introduce to you our masters. Firstly, I have with me Master KK Xiao. He is our senior modern feng shui consultant who at one point doesn't believe in feng shui, sharing all the same sentiments as those non-believers until he was enlightened by his wife, Master Sharon Fong, a third generation award-winning practitioner, okay, who educated Master KK, convinced and trained him to become a practitioner today himself. Hence, to ease all the pain in understanding these complicated and sometimes confusing subjects, Master Sharon and Master KK has formed a professional modern feng shui team to help people to address challenging issues using modern feng shui application. Together, they have over 80 years of experience and audited more than 1,000 properties internationally, creating happiness, wealth, and health. Let me welcome Master KK. I can't hear you, Master KK. Can we just check on the issues again?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Master KK.
Okay, we continue
Okay.
and pass to Master Simas first. Thanks.
Sure. Now, let me introduce to you very briefly Master Simas. He is also our feng shui practitioner with a very strong foundation in the philosophy and application of I Ching metaphysics. Okay, Master Simas himself has been invited to speak at various groups of property investors and owners on how to harness the energy of feng shui. He studied the philosophy of I Ching from a Hong Kong professor since 1997. Okay, so he is also professionally trained in the computer science and information technology and was our very proud winner of the Singapore Young Scientist Award in the 1992. Being passionate in this field, he wants to empower more people with the essence of true teachings of I Ching through AI. Shall we welcome Master Simas?
Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, today we're going to tell you more about what your display item in the living hall and the gardens will tell about something not so good about you or the secrets. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we are definitely going to be looking forward to something very interesting. So, beside Master Simas, we have today Master Eric Leong. Beside the feng shui, he also specializes in divination. We often address him as our walking crystal ball, a man of very few words, but when he decides to talk and speak, his sharp and accurate insights and observation will leave many people speechless, me included, even to today. Let's welcome Master Leong.
Hi, many of you would
Hi.
just one word. Hi,
Hi.
welcome.
Oh, that's an improvement. We have two words from Master Eric Leong today. Okay, beside our master of few words is Master E.L. Fong. This Sifu has been born into a family of Feng Shui masters and has been practicing the art for well over 40 years. He is our walking Feng Shui Dictionary, who is well versed in all sub-branches of Feng Shui, and he uses his talent and experience to improve the lives of many people around him. Feng 师傅，下午好。
大家好，欢迎大家来到313 Smashing 风水风会，欢迎大家静听收听，谢谢大家。
Thank you. Well, let's see. Is Master KK's mic technical issue has been resolved?
Yes, my mic has been resolved.
Okay.
I can hear you guys clearly.
Okay, so can we. Well, ladies and gentlemen, shall we just take away this smashing feng shui for the afternoon then?
Thank you so much, Wendy. Thank you, all the masters. Good afternoon, masters, and good afternoon, all the people watching the show now. Well, I think many people are just wondering what's between the difference between feng shui and modern feng shui. So this show is actually to share with you how can we improve our life, how can we improve our health, how can we improve our harmony at home, how can we improve our career using existing house appliances and furnitures. Okay, so without further ado, I want to also to introduce you 3 books. The very first book we have is the 7 piece of vital information your property agent can't share. So friends out there, if you're looking for new properties, we all know the properties market is now in the really buoyant. This would be the book that you want to get yourself with. Okay, and the second thing will be a peace of mind. Peace of Mind is actually a book for all the homeowners, teach you how to improve your home's feng shui. It's co-written by myself and my wife, Master Sharon. And then the third book we have is 7 Deadly Feng Shui Mistakes that will bring down your business. So business people out there, if you are doing business and you're feeling some stress in your business, this will be the book that you want to get yourself on. All these 3 books can be downloaded later. Our nice Wendy will be giving you all the link to how to get this book. These books are all written by our masters, Master Simas, Master Eric, and Master Fong. Very pictorial, very informative, and very easy to digest. Okay, later Wendy will give you at the end of the show a link, and you can get all the 3 books together. All right, good. First, I think Master Eric has some interesting thing to share with us. I think our last show we did mention that we're going to talk about something that's scandalous. So, Master Eric, please take away.
Wow, no. Actually, these are the images we see when we go and do feng shui audit in a house. Okay, and for those of you out there who likes to purchase all these precious moments figurines, okay, not only precious moments, it can be other cartoon characters, figurines that you like to display. And from the look of it is that this is we recently audited this couple, newlywed, and they display this wedding couple figurines from Precious Moment. And at the same time, what I saw is that there's another small little figurines display right behind this couple, and this signifies something. The image speaks. Okay, and these are all the information that we gather. Okay, there is another third party out there. Okay, though they are happily married, but there's another third party out there which is hidden right behind, quite the distance away, but still involved. So, if you see this in your friend's house, or even if you purchase this and you find that there's something behind there, another figurines, obviously a female, do check on your husband, okay? But please, don't try and find me, okay? So sort it out first. Then we sort out your feng shui, okay? I can almost 100% say that it is true. There is a third party out there, okay? Okay, that's all I want to share with you guys. Okay, back to you, Master KK.
That was very informative of this Master Eric willing to share such information. True to share with you, I think all our masters will be able to share with you as well that during our audit, we have seen many cases like that, and some are very interesting. Some try to hide, but they can never hide. Some we can even tell the races or the ethnic group of the affair. All right. Anything you want to share? Add on, Master Simas and Master Eric?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. My experience with this, I think, is not so obvious, but Christmas tree in the living room. Yeah. So normally people will put Christmas tree during the Christmas period, but remember after Christmas you need to keep it. You need to keep it. Don't drag it until Chinese New Year, especially after February. Yeah. So I've audited one house where they actually leave it there, right? So happen that it's the northwest, right? And while going through the gardens, I also saw a Christmas tree. That's a real tree that they plant in the garden, same direction. So I know that the husband of the house or the daddy of the house is actually working in China. So secretly pull him aside and say, "Hey, China, there are a lot of attractive ladies, right? So you have to behave yourself." He said, "Hey, shh, keep quiet."
Like that, once you all say, I beginning to be worried for three masters because all our three masters, Master Eric, Master Feng, and Master Simas, all used to work in China, including myself. But we all. Okay, thank you, Marcus. Marcus, thank you so much. Good afternoon, and thank you, Ethan. Thank you so much. Good afternoon. Okay, so let's move on to the next chapter. I actually am very happy to share with you guys slides. Okay, this is a testimony that shared by our client who happened to have a student who attended our webinar, and then he's quite tough for him. He has actually seen Feng Shui in the year 201516 by another master, but things turned downhill. In fact, as a matter of fact, this year, for the first 9th month, August to September till now, January till now, have not closed a single sale. He's a property agent. So out of desperation, he attended our class, and then we taught him a few things. And this was what he gave it to me a few days ago, that he actually struck 4D, okay? And then after placing the whale in the north sector, all right, he said, suddenly I smell the whole house like a dead fish after placing the whale. For 5 minutes, I keep looking around for the source, but cannot find. After 5 minutes, the smell suddenly went away. Okay, I know you do mine for free. I'm shy to consult you more. I'll work hard from now on. I hope can encourage you to audit my house. All right, disclaimer first, ladies and gentlemen, when we teach you Feng Shui and we audit your house, we do not want you to go and buy 4D. All right, it's not Feng Shui is not for gambling. Okay, it's not buy for lottery. And that one we want to make very clear first. Okay, so this gentleman, Terence, we hope that he is able to prosperous from now on, work hard, and then get a better business. All right, masters, what do you all think about the wheel? Do you think it's powerful?
Yeah, the whale is really powerful. I have a lot of testimonials, so can share with you all next time.
Sure. We look forward to share more testimonials with you guys. In fact, I want to share one testimony. Last summit, our slide was not good. Our technicality was terrible. This time we managed to upgrade our hardware. Okay, spend money, upgrade hardware, but make it better. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring you the next, the one we missed out last week. Would that be okay? Okay, good. And join.
So, okay, so the first time when Master KK said, oh, you put the blue whale, and then it has to be put in the north, then I realized, I clinched one deal. Then after I clinched that deal, within that same week, I had a lot of inquiries, even though it has not materialized yet, but it was people who actually wanted to work with me way before, but it never happened. So they came back when I didn't make the call. They just say they remembered about me, so they want to work on it now.
Wow, that was So cool, isn't it? Finally, it works. That is such a big
So happy, so
milestone
clear.
kind of figure. All right, so I hope everyone enjoyed that, and that's our student Noor. Okay, Noor is actually one of a very good student. Noor was in fact the one who actually told us many good stories. We're going to share one stories with you. Friends out there, can you type into your chat if you know someone or you have someone who wants to be pregnant, want to be conceived, want to have baby, but have difficulty. Meaning to say they married for many years, they try to have babies. If you have someone there you know or you personally want, is one of those people who wants to have baby but you tried for a very long time, please key in BB, 2B, BB, and then we will share some secrets with you guys. Okay. And first and foremost, also like to thank Vitai, our greatest supporter, Vitai, and we also have Wendy who says hello to Marcus. All right, so come, ladies and gentlemen, if you know someone out there who is trying to have babies and trying very hard, please press type in the group chat with us and share with us BB, and then we know and we can share with you guys something. Okay. In fact, the next slide I want to share with you also got me into big trouble. Almost got me into big trouble. All right. This is actually Noor. Actually, Noor typed into this. Not typed into this slide one WhatsApp to me one morning. He said, "Master KK, my sister conceived already." Wow, this one I can imagine if my wife sitting beside me and I only see this. You know what happened to me? Yeah, I will die until very very bad. So. But luckily, she followed up with the second messages. She says that her sister is finally conceived after the advice of placing the wheel in the north sector. Okay, so Noor is actually a Malay, a non-Chinese, and then she attended our class. After attending our class, she practiced. She becomes a Feng Shui master for all her family members. Okay, and then she practiced straight away, and then good result comes. Okay, so I'm very happy for her. Okay, and masters. Do you all know of anybody who wants to have babies as well? Okay, so let's also.
We have quite a number of clients actually wanted to have baby. Yeah, and we also done some formation for them. Right, so waiting for the good news.
Okay, good. All right, so I see a lot of people out there who wants to have baby. You know, Joby, he wants to have baby as well. Okay, so we'll definitely share with you the slides. The wheel. So the wheel has always been a very good practice. We don't know why people don't want to do it. Last year we were trying to tell people to do it already. So now we want to share with everybody that this is the wheel that you guys should do, and this actually can see this from our YouTube. That's also a video. So I think without further ado, let's start the video. I think a lot of people wants to know the wheel, and then you can pass this on to other people. Okay. I'm Master KK from Circle 96, your modern Feng Shui consultant. I hope all are well and safe. Many people are facing terrible hardship in this trying time. Many are wondering, will the sun rise again anytime soon? I can assure you, this atrocity will be over sooner than you can imagine. Meanwhile, may I propose a simple Feng Shui remedy, a solution that is very simple that can help everyone to pull through this difficult 2020. It's only 4 steps. It's very simple to implement and it costs almost to nothing. Hence, I want everyone to participate. First, I want you to know and learn how to use the compass in your handphone. It is very easy. I've attached a link below. Just in case you don't understand, watch a video that's from YouTube. It will teach you how to use a smartphone compass apps. Number 2, I want you to use the compass app in your handphone and locate all the northern cardinals in your house, each individual room, starting from the living room to the dining hall, kitchen, and all the bedrooms. And if you have a maid staying with you, yes, please help her as well. Now, this can also be done in your offices. If you are still working, you are an essential worker, please, you can also implement this in your office. Each individual department, each individual room, do it. Number 3, after you have located your northern cardinals, I want you to use the computer. Go and Google for whale, W-H-A-L-E. Find a whale that's submerged fully in the water, fully. It cannot be a whale that's up from the water, spinning. I don't want whales that are showing the tails out of the water. It has to be fully in the water, submerged in the water, swimming in the ocean. Okay? I do not want 2 types of whales. I do not want killer whales. I do not want whale shark. You can use any whales, but not these 2. And it has to be fully submerged in the water. All right? Print it out. The size of the paper of the whale doesn't matter. If it's black and white or it's colored, doesn't matter. Now, I understand some of you do not have a printer at home. What I can suggest is you can draw or you can ask your children to paint. It's perfectly fine. So long you know it's a whale submerged in the water. Now, again, no killer whales, no whale shark. Number 4, after you have printed out the whale or drawn your whale, go to the northern cardinal, which you have marked earlier, paste it. If your northern cardinal is a door, paste it above the door bin. It's perfectly fine. If your northern cardinal is a television, paste it behind the television. If it's a sofa or a bed, paste it behind. It's perfectly fine. It doesn't have to be seen, but you know it's helping you. So when you paste it, just say, thank you very much, Will. Please help our family. Thank you. That's it. If you find this solution useful, please forward this video to your friends or relatives or colleagues. I also left my YouTube, Facebook, website, and Instagram link below. I welcome you to contact me. You can also email me, and I see how I can help you further. Circle 96 wish everyone happy, healthy, and prosperous. Stay home, stay safe. We work together, everyone's better, the world will be a better place. Bye-bye. Wow, this one
What
I
was
sound
KK?
Yes, sir.
I thought I just heard. I thought I just heard like a National Day rally.
Wow.
Very serious.
你講我講政府啊
Minister.
Well,
uh,
well, if you want your husband swimmers to get even stronger, maybe try a sperm whale.
yeah. Right. That's a story about sperm whale later I'm going to share with you. That was what I shared with my client. Okay. So Maggie is actually a very good client. Wants to ask this question. Hi Maggie, send my regards to husband and your daughter. Okay. The whale picture, can it just hang on the wall forever, or there for only 1 or 2 years? Ladies and gentlemen, good news. The whale can be there forever, because the whale does not fall into the animal of the 12 zodiacs. So the whale can be on your wall, on the north cardinal, on the north sector forever. All right. It can also be in your office forever, no problem. It has no implication. There is no danger of having the whale there forever. Okay. All right. Good question, Maggie. And any other questions out there? I see there's many questions. Wendy is going to help us post all the questions. I don't know why is Lok Chuan, Mr. Michael's smiling, laughing. Okay. Let's see. I felt the same too. I don't know what he feels. And we have one Mr. Vincent Chiu. What's the science behind the whale? Wow, that's a good question. Why is the science behind the whale? Okay, so whale actually is the northwest sector producing the metal. All right, metal is northwest sector, so whale represents the northwest sector, which is Qiangua. The Chinese call it Qiangua, and metal produce water. So last year was a pandemic year. North is also represented by the year 2020, the year of the rat. So if you recall your history, every time there is a year of the rat, there is pandemic, or there is, sorry, not pandemic, there is crisis. All right. If you remember subprime, if you remember Sichuan great earthquake, if you can remember the great famine in China, if you can remember all the three prime ministers in India were assassinated on the Year of the Rat. If you could remember World War II, they're all initiated in the Year of the Rat. So Year of the Rat is always very difficult lah, very difficult, very terrible year. So we need to have water. And unfortunately, Singapore, or in fact the world, our north sector are mostly weak. So how to enhance it? We need to use water. How to enhance it further? We need to use a metal element to enhance the water, because metal produce water. So whale, being the largest animal in the world, we have decided to use the whale. That's the science behind it. I hope I can explain it in a very layman term for you. Okay, Dima, any masters, anything to add on? Master Simas, Master Eric, and Master Fong.
Master Simas, you're muted.
Yeah, beside the biggest animal in the world, actually, and the whale is underwater, so you can see that the water also helped the north cardinals, right? So this is a very good sign.
Yeah. Okay, so just now I got this client who shared with me. He says that I talk like Mr. Lee Shen Long. I'm far from him. I'm Mr. Mr. Lee is obviously our leader. I'm far from him. But thank you for the nice compliment. Okay, so I have a story. What happened was I was invited to Feng Shui audit again a couple of days ago. And then I went to the house. Of course, he's a very good client who paid attention to our videos and our live shows, and then she will diligently go and paste the whale in all the rooms. Okay, but when I went to her bedroom, I noticed something, and then I called out. I said, "Can I talk to you for a while?" She said, "Yeah. Why you want to talk to me?" I said, "Last year, 2020, was there very turmoil, a lot of complaints, a lot of fights, a lot of arguments with you and your husband?" She says, "Yes. How you know?" I said, "Can I safely say you are also the one who instigated, and you are the one who sort of like started the fight?" They said, "No lah, don't say that lah. But I think so. He's the one who knows. He's the one who started the fight." I said, "How you know?" Then I saw this. I pull her to the room and I show her this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to show you this also. Please pay attention when you all paste the whale. Please do not do this. Okay, please do not paste it upside down. Okay, master bedroom belongs to the wife. Okay, so master bedroom and the kitchen belongs to the wife, the lady of the house. Okay, so when you paste the wheel upside down, you are the one who have create problems for yourself. So ladies and gentlemen, please do not paste the wheel upside down. Okay, and this is a sperm whale. If you want the whale pictures, because this sperm whale, I don't tell you, it's not copyrighted. Okay, so we can only show you. We cannot share with you over literally, but you can go to the website and find. Okay, so I cannot share. So just to highlight to you, the whale, please paste it properly. Cannot be upside down. Okay, all right, good. Masters, anything you want to add on before the whale?
Add something before the whale. Okay, a
Okay.
lot of fishes to feed the whale.
Okay, thank you very much for that info. Let's share another video for everyone to see. Okay, let's put on this video for everyone.
But I got the hot seat, and you gave me the reading, which was pretty accurate, very accurate. When you mentioned that the handphone number, there were a lot more outputs than inputs, which is true until today.
All the things you have learned and implemented, the results. I'm curious to know.
Okay, before I went for any one of your sessions, I always thought that Feng Shui is something religion related, especially Buddha or Chinese related. Let me just hear it, what you have to offer. Maybe you, all of you, would probably be the same as the other masters, not the traditional kind of masters. But when I went for the webinar, the first one, I realized yours is very different. The traditional masters would be, they use all these articles like three-legged frog, all this, the coin, everything else. But I was inspired at that point of time because you use a lot of mathematical calculation and a lot of scientific reasons. I came from the science background, so it makes sense to me.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for that. I think summit episode 2, we tried to play these 2 videos but was not successful. So now finally we are able to play this video properly and answer to everybody's questions. Let's go to some questions. I think there's some questions here, masters, that we want to answer. Mr. Tan Boon Eng, can put the wheel under the mattress. The one after you wet your bed, difficult. Okay, try not to put under the mattress. Right? Don't have to be above the mattress. Can be behind the bed lah. Don't have to be seen. Place behind the bed, not on the mattress. Come on. Okay. The wheel preferred to be above the window, on the window, behind the window, or under the window on the wall is perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. But I'll show you one.
Just not outside the window, okay?
Yeah, not outside the window, right? All right. So one more thing is that the wheel has been proven. Many success stories already. So continue to place the wheel. Okay, don't have to worry about it. All right. Also, the wheel cannot be under the table. Cannot be under the table. All right. All right. Below the table is fine, not under the table. Okay. On the table is also fine. Don't have to be seen. Can open up the cabinet, paste it, and then cover the cabinet. No problem. All right. Good. All right. I think all our friends out there are very eager. Please share the wheel stories. You can go to YouTube, find our the way I speak like Mr. Lee Shen Long, and then you share this, okay, with all our friends, okay, and then hopefully with this can increase our population in Singapore. All right, I'm so eager to hopefully. So above the window or below window, no problem, Yeah, I think Joey got another question. Let's ask Joe answer this question from Joey. Okay, Joey's question is don't seem to work. Pays quite some time now. All right. I want to answer these questions very clearly. Jovi, I ask you questions. Can you please check? Do you check the compass is really the north sector? Okay. A lot of people do not know how to use the compass. Please check the compass properly. All right. So I have a client who came to me, also saw the videos and then called me suddenly and then asked me how to pay. So I taught how to pay. 2 days later, call and scold me and say that my daughter now fever, go to see hospital and all that stuff. So I said, this is after she pays the bill, she says. So I said, can you please show me how you use the compass? To my horror, she don't know how to use the compass. The north is south, south is north. So she pays wrongly. If you place the wheel in the south, south is fire. The water is going to put out your fire. A lot of problem. Okay, and if you want to pay, to be sure, please try to off all the electrical appliances in the house first before you use the compass and stand in the middle of the room. Okay, all right, good. So another.
I think add on to Master KK, if you will slightly off the north and you cross into the northwest, I can safely say that you will start to spend a lot of money. Okay, or you will lose some money in your investment. Okay.
Yeah. So, Mr. Tan Boon Eng, the wheel is actually to help north sector. So, north sector represents the cash flow, represents memories, strategies, also represents kidney. North sector also represents the water element. So, the 12th zodiac also starts with rats. Okay. The 8 cardinals also starts from the north first. Okay, once the north starts, everything with the water, it starts to flow carefully, right? Very, very good. So, and every year of the red year, there's a lot of problems, a lot of world a lot of problems. So we want to improve the water element in the north sector. So once that's improved, a lot of things in the house will be improved. Okay. So to answer Jovi another question, Jovi asked, is this going to be not the whole unit? No, you got 2 individual rooms. Okay, individual rooms. Room in the master bedroom, room in the bedroom, living room, and dining room. Okay, it must be individual rooms. Okay, good. So we want to share with you guys another few more things, before we take a short commercial break. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have actually created a book for many of you. I think many of you out there wants to get your help. Going into property and you don't know whether to buy a property is good or not. We have created this book for you. It's actually a workbook. It's a #1 modern Feng Shui house selection checklist workbook for property buyers. Okay, in this workbook, we'll teach you and how to select the proper house using your own initiative. Okay, using the own guidance from us. Right, we'll teach you and then we'll tell you what to look out for. For example, in the north sector. In the north sector, we'll tell you what to look out for. For example, is there a post office? Is there a library? If there is a police station, I can state it over here. And then you can mark how many of it is there. All right, it's over here. So, example, if you have one construction site, all right, then you got realize that there's also another construction site. So you circle on the right hand side 2 construction sites. We all know construction site are wood element, which is not good for the north sector. So all the things that is in the purple box are not supposed to appear in the north sector. If it does appear in the north sector, it's not good for you. Okay, and so you can mark how many of these are there. There's a post office, there is also another factory or warehouses. After you have marked it, you can mark on the box, right on the box, what is the score. So if you have 3/8, still relatively good. If you have 8/8, then this house you cannot purchase because the north is really bad. All right, anything above 4 is slightly below average already. So what are the implications? What will happen if our north is not good? Okay, these are the problems. And what are the problems? Who will be affected? The second point, the family will be affected. Which year will be affected? And what will be affected? For example, the cash flow will be affected. The kidney problem will be affected. These are the illnesses. We all circle up in the orange sector. These are illnesses. All this will be given to you in a book, a workbook. Okay, so when you go and see a new property, you can do your homework first, and then you can decide based on not just feeling but science, facts. Be very logical about selecting your house. Okay, be very confident when you want to give the check to your property agent. Now, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be very clear with you. I know there are property agents listening to us. I want to tell you, property agents only care about selling the house to you. Right? They don't care after what happens, you stay in the house. So you must do your own homework. Okay, all these come at a very cheap price of only $47. And for the first 20 people who purchase, get a 30 minutes house analysis by our masters. Okay, good. And we also have this promotion for people who want to really find a property. Right, we give you 3 house property sound selection, a usual price at $1,500. All right, this is our usual price. For this time round promotion, we're going to give you only $1,088. All right, and plus we'll give you the $47 book, and then for the first 6 people, we also give you the free analysis. Okay, good. Thank you so much. And for friends who really wants to do the Feng Shui because you purchase your house already, we have one Feng Shui service for you. And the Feng Shui service, all you need to do is just to scan the QR code on the bottom right hand corner and then fill out the form. Our office will contact you very shortly. All right, thank you very much, everyone, so much for that commercial break. Wow, every week I must go through and talk this on commercial break. I'm so sorry. Any other questions out there, friends who wants to ask us? Please ask us through the type in the chat, and then we'll definitely answer you. Okay, good. Masters, that's another videos that we want to show to the public. This is the first time we are showing to the public. If you are ready for the videos, ladies and gentlemen, can you please press R for ready, and then we're going to share this video. This video is actually a segment of our Feng Shui audit in Wendy's house. Yes, all the masters were in Wendy's house. We did a Feng Shui audit for Wendy's house in a few weeks, one or weeks ago. Okay, and then we also have this video cutting. So if you all want to see this video, please press R, and then as we see many R, then we will show you. And Wendy, are you ready to show the video to everyone? Let's put Wendy out on the screen. You ready? Okay. So I see Wee Tai, I see Wilson, I see Boon Eng, I see Maggie, and I see Master Simas also press R. Okay. Master Simas, you are here already while you press R. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, this is a video that we want to show you, and this is what happens in Wendy's house. Sit tight, Watch this, okay? Can you tell me, did anything happen to the sticks? So I strongly suggest you remove it. I want to highlight one thing to you is that there are two roosters over there. Okay? Roosters represents mental energy. Okay? Now each sector represents the first sun. Also it represents the legs, the growth. This dot to this dot will represent the east sector.
Yes, when
What
I was
happened?
8 years old, we had two major operations. Orthopedics, fracture, and then what's number two? It was set one, it was hairline fracture.
So twice.
Very muscular.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to Wendy. And also give a round of applause to Master Eric. Master Eric is the one who video shoot and edit the video. Thank you so much. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed the movie. Enjoyed the short little. All right, Wendy, tell us about a bit more about yourself. I think everybody knows you work for the company, or rather, you are slave to the company. Unfortunately,
I am everything.
you are everything to the company. The power move,
Yes.
to the company.
Yeah,
Tell us.
I'm the neck. I'm the neck in the company. Okay, let's talk about feng shui. Well, I think most of y'all know that I'm a Christian. So when I joined the company, it's strictly work, very open-minded. So don't know much about feng shui. It's all hearsay. So it's over this 6 months odd period that I'm starting to learn about a little bit and understand that it is not as traditional. It is not as all those scary things, hanging all the weird looking stuff and animals and figurines. And I'm also understanding that a lot of things are very fundamental. It is it's actually fast free. What makes such a big fuss over it? So getting to know the masters, I realized that things are very simple. So I am very blessed to actually invite them, and they came over and I learned even more things. So simple little thing like my hour clock that I love a lot is actually harming me. My hour clock is a precious sentimental gift that I hand carried for thousands of miles home. I put it up there so happily and proudly, and to find out that this little creature is the one that caused me a lot of stress, sleepless nights. I'm even practically turning into a recluse because of this harmless metal piece. So thank goodness that they can put it to me very bluntly and explain to me. I understand. I accept it. It is still there, actually, to be very frank. I'm trying to ask the master for alternative to save this poor creature of mine. So now I'm also understanding about missing corners that I have at home. So I'm putting all my precious things into this um particular missing corner. So now the place is like getting filled up. Um, Actually, at the end of the day, do I believe in feng shui now? Am I still a skeptic? There are a lot of things I cannot explain still. Okay, but having seen more things coming through, I'm not going to question all this. Seriously, guys. Really, because the feng shui was done on the 7th. On 9 itself, in the morning, I really text the master with a lot of messages. I received a lot of messages from my family members that got me crying. Um, it's like the communications has improved, not just between my children and myself, between my mother and my kid. It's three generation. We're three generation home. So communication is expected to break down most of the time. Generation gaps is expected. This is modern thing. Teenage problem, their angst. We as parents take it in our stride that it is expected. So never thought that, hey, could it be improved? Because we never question it until the masters came. When things starts improving, am I going to start thinking, is it because of feng shui? I mean, to be fair, right now, I will say yes, it is because of feng shui. I mean, what else? I've not done anything, but things suddenly just moved around within 2 to 3 days. 2, 3 days later, my daughter also very excitedly told us to go online. She has great news to share because she's an intern with an international company, hanging around doing nothing. Out of the blue, she was offered a full-time employment. So things are actually moving around, turning around. Is it feng shui? Well, the masters did something to the room. They switched things around. They've moved certain of her things around. I cannot remember which is which because they actually helped me to actually went through a lot of the stuff. So my daughter got a permanent job, but that's not the thing. The thing is, she is paid ridiculously well for a 19-year-old. She's not a degree holder. She doesn't have work experience. So can anybody with a logical mind explain that? Until today, I can't. Well, that's my daughter, you know. So the other big thing that came around is we signed a very bad deal on Tuesday itself. So well, of course, you know, anybody when you face with a bad debt, bad deal, and then it's like a bad investment, we stress because we are talking about a lot of money. We're not talking about $1, $2, $2,000, you know, and it's a commitment. So that was Tuesday. By Saturday, everything is resolved. So again, you know, like we were joking, you know, my daughter will say, is it feng shui? Then now the standard answer is, if it's not feng shui, then what? So very simple. Okay. If you're in doubt, just go through, have a conversation, talk to the masters, and then just be in the same shoe as me. Whether you want to wonder or ponder, you know, is it feng shui? Who cares? It works.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Wendy. Thank you so much for sharing with us. I hope everything will turn out very better for your house and family members, especially health for father and mother. All right, and then the great
Yes.
family and you. Okay, and thank you, Wendy, for the great hospitality she's shown us
I
that
didn't do
day.
much. I
Yeah,
really didn't do much. I felt so
good
bad
idea.
for the person.
Actually, now we have so many viewers on our clock auction. You know, put it up for auction. See who bids highest. You know, take it home.
Hey, starting price not going to be cheap, okay? Like I said, it's really precious. That clock is precious. I can put it up for
Yeah,
auction.
but the clock costs you what problem?
Like I said,
You want to talk about it?
um, anxiety is main thing. Negative thoughts, depression in that sense, and then the recluse part, you know, because of the representation of the animal in itself. That's what I understand from the master. Yeah. So I have given myself 2 weeks to take it down. Okay. So these 2 weeks, I'm remaining mentally positive because I know the clock is doing something bad. But I'm learning, Master Eric. Oh, okay. Please don't shake your head. Okay. It's coming down. Really, it's going to come down very shortly.
Do it immediately.
Tuesday lah, cut off time lah. Tuesday. You can skip some more
Okay,
actually.
sleepless night. Okay.
Yeah, I know I have sleepless nights. So I'm counter, you know, I've been actually using a fair bit of sleep aids. So the masters knows me, understand. So I used to think that, oh, it's because, you know, I'm just a woman, my lifestyle is usual. So sleep aid. But never thought it's that clock. Okay, Tuesday, okay? Monday night will be down.
Okay.
All right.
Scientific explanation. You want to
Yes,
listen?
Master Simas. Yes, I'm all ears.
Okay. Qi
Tea.
in Chinese. Oh, Master Feng, correct now. Qi.
Mm,
So in Chinese, everything is qi. Scientific explanation. Wind,
Uh-huh.
air. I can easily tell you 10 things that we know nowadays from the science uncoveries, right? The heat, the light, the ultraviolet, the infrared, the electromagnetic waves, such as short wave and long wave, or the radio wave, right?
Mm,
The cosmic ray, the microwave, and the physical vibration of things. And nowadays we know it as quantum physics. All
okay.
these are qi, the vibration of energy that actually, remember the resonation, that the video that we show, the
Yes, the piano.
metronomes. Yeah.
Yes.
So when you have the bad chi over there at the wrong location and you resonate with it, and especially our brain is vibrating, right? So for the
Okay.
bad influence from that things actually will affect us.
Okay.
And
It's
from
just that
our mm,
okay. It's I'm just an OCD, I guess. So it's like this is love, you know. So I have to cut that off. But I also
mm,
probably have to find an alternative because there's a hook there. It's an eyesore, so I probably have to find an alternative to replace it. So this weekend I'm supposed to go shopping
I
for
tell you
that.
what, you just gave it to me. I know what to do with it.
You are going to smash it up.
see the hammers up there.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm not from the opposition or anything.
We know you're not for opposition because you went the wrong color already. Okay. Cannot talk politics here. Very sensitive.
But once you went green, then we know what happened.
Right. So now after that, I cannot go for coffee. Okay, everybody. Just now, Master Simas did find out a very interesting thing about the nomi, the meters,
Yeah.
the pendulum things you have in a piano. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think we want to share this with you guys next week. If you want to see the video about the synchronicity, please key in M. All right, M. All right, M, and then you know that you want, and the next summit, not next week, the next summit will show you the video. All right, Wendy, you take notes down. If we don't see the M, then we don't show the video. All right, Wendy, we will see a lot of M coming up. A lot of people want to see the video that Master mentioned, and then we will show the video. Okay, minimum must have 5 people who say want to see M. I have 23 people here, or okay, more than 5. Okay, great. All right, so we'll show the video. Okay, Wendy, please, we will stand by the video and show next Superstition Feng Shui will show. Okay. As for the Wendy, the hour, I think if you give it to Master Eric, I think it'll be very properly handled, not to worry. Okay. So Wendy, when we actually talked to you that day on your house, and then subsequently we did a post audit for you via the Zoom in our meetings, you did ask us a few very interesting questions. Right? All right. So before that, we also want to say a few things. Thank you to Boon Eng. All right. Thank you to sorry, how do I pronounce Bryce? Is it
Bryce?
then,
Yes.
Bryce, and then to Maggie, and then to Ken Chua, and then of course yourself. Okay. And then we have another question from Win Tai, our biggest one of our biggest fans. Supporters. Placement of piano also important. Very important. Piano play strongly. Got number 3 come out. The Xiao San, small 3 come out. This one I saved
Small
the story
tree.
another day. Small trees. THREE. Not TRE. THRE. Small little tree come out. Play strongly. Okay. This one next time I meet you, then I tell you the story. All right. Can I ask, do you all want to hear the story about the piano or not? The piano plays wrongly. Anyway, today.
Yeah. We are supposed to talk about Xiao San today anyway.
Really, okay, if you all want to hear this, you all please type in piano. That's how we can share when we share this piano thing. If you all want, you all type in piano into the chat, then I can share. For more than 5 to 10 people type in piano, then we share. Okay. There is a question by Patrick. Is it bad Feng Shui to install ceiling mirror in the living and dining area? Ceiling mirror. Wow. Your ceiling mirror on the ceiling. Okay. Mirror, technically, mirror is metal element. Technically. Okay. The ceiling is also metal element because 上为天, 下为地. Okay. So mirror on the ceiling, to be honest with you, we don't see anything wrong with that. All right, Feng Shui, there's nothing wrong. Okay, a lot of people are afraid of using mirror. Say mirror, you never sa qi. What masters? How do you say sa qi in English? Killing gas.
Killing energy.
Killing energy. Sa qi. I don't know. Okay. But aesthetically, whether it's nice or not, it's really up to you to decide. Okay. In Feng Shui wise, there's nothing. okay, you can use that definitely. Okay, there are many places if we go also can see this mirror on the ceiling, palaces, all we can see now. Some KTV also. Don't pretend to be good boy, act blur. Masters. So KTV also got ceiling, also got mirrors. Nothing wrong lah.
Hey,
Nothing wrong.
got problem leh, ceiling or mirror.
What problem, sir? Can see mortar head.
Wow, very hard to clean. Very
This one cleaning, Patrick, cleaning not your job, I confirm. Wow, I think ladies and gentlemen, this one the moment they talk about scandals only a lot of people very kanchiong, very excited, no.
So a lot of
Okay.
piano lah.
A lot of piano. Oh, you see, this one also quiet one. You see, also Jay also piano already straight away. Bell also piano already. Patrick, I don't know. I explained the mirror to him whether he got listen or not. He don't want to care what the piano already. Okay, then we Thai want to have Xiao San. Oh my god. Okay, and then Ken also piano. Okay, and then you see this son Marcus, he also want piano. Yeah, all one piano. Trouble liao. Okay. Patrick, thank you so much. Okay, so
no, maybe to add on one thing, on the ceiling mirror, if the mirror you find there's a crack or there is stains, I would suggest remove that, because that has information implication that certain things will happen.
破财
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, in the
Okay,
Chinese,
so-
we also want the ceiling to be clean, so-called 天清地浊. So the maintenance, like what Master Eric mentioned, is important. Yeah, you want to have the mirror on the ceilings. Yeah, you need to keep it clean all the way.
Okay, then masters, can I ask? Mirror must be clean because you are saying it's like heaven. Then if it's a normal ceiling, the paint has gone bad, like my case. You know, my house, I have one patch like water ponding, or maybe there was some dirt mark that I cannot remove. Is it the same implication like the mirror?
yes.
Exactly.
So when the ceiling represents the sky, the tian, or represents the qian gua, which is the metal element, right? Which also represents the husband, the father, and the family, right? And the body parts for the qian gua or the tian is actually head, right? So probably we'll have some dandruff problems. We'll probably also have some problems of the head, you know, always migraine, you know, broken away, always cannot think properly, confused, you know, anxiety attacks, you know, all this can be happen to you, so don't play a fool, okay? Or if,
And even authority.
authority can be,
Wow.
or even money, right? Money, because 天为钱 钱挂的钱 is a 钱 sounds like money, okay? So don't play a fool. It can be always be cash trap also, all right?
Oh
So
dear, so now I have to check ceiling too.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you. We have dandruff problem, we have migraine problems all at home. So, Madam Tan Boon Eng, my pain is the one that's dropping, but not from toilet, but it's from the main car porch. So, is it the same as toilet ceiling, Master KK?
No, different. Toilet depends on which sector the toilet is, okay? Which sector the toilet is, and then we will depend. For example, if the toilet sector happens to be the southwest sector, and southwest sector we know it's the sector belongs to the mother. Southwest belongs to the mother, and then the ceiling is dropping. The mother's health, number one, problems. Secondly, of course, the mother's hair, the head or the facial problems. Ceiling and the wall, try to be as perfect as possible. The wall also reflects as our skin, all right, our skin, our largest organ in the body. If you have very rough walls, or you have wall with a very ugly pictures, or distorted pictures. This one I think one client will tell you. She's in the show today, in the east side. All right, and you may have problems with your children's eczema problems. All right, I'm sure the person is listening to me now. She has a fish that is big of many dots of crystal. All right, and then very stone, a lot of stones, very rough. She hang on the east side, and when I went to her house, I checked with her. I said, "Your son has eczema." She said, "Yes." "You pifu pig." Right? Got eczema. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't play a fool. Whatever you hang out, jolly well be nice and not rustic. Okay? Can or not? All right. So, a lot of spider web. How are you? Spider web.
Itchiness.
A lot. Your skin also will crack. Not nice. Oh, okay, try to avoid all this. Anyway, try to keep the house clean. Spider web means you have not done your spring cleaning for a long time. Oh. Okay, let's come back to the piano story.
小三
This is what keep the numbers people going and listening, and the numbers going want to listen to Xiao San. So I was a client who introduced, was a referral client. She and her husband, both of them came to us because they were having some legal issues. Okay, I cannot give you too many details. I can only share with you things that I tell you. Okay, that is, I think, it's appropriate. All right, PDPA lah. Okay, legal issues. So the moment we went into a house, we sat them down and tell them very clearly what can be done and what cannot be done. Okay, and we also told them that we need to do an audit in our house, and with the audit, we will tell you many things. Right? So in the northwest sector of the living room, we saw pianos. All right, listen to my grammar. We saw pianos. Piano with a S. Pianos. Okay, there were 3 pianos in the northwest sector. The moment I put my compass down, I saw it. I look at Master Sharon. Master Sharon looked at me. We exchanged a look with the eyebrow shaking. And then secretly we conversed. I said, when we go down and do the external environment reading, you pull the wife one corner, I pull the husband one corner. So I went down, and then I saw the northwest sector of the house. Northwest sector, not that one. I saw the piano was inside the house, the northwest in the living room. The northwest sector of the house outside. There were 4 pots of plants, small plants, 4 pots in the southeast sector, northwest sector. So I asked the gentleman to come to me. I said, "Excuse me, do you have?" Before I ask questions, I said, "Can we have a very frank line? I'm here to try to help you. If you're not able to be frank with me, then got problem lah." I say, "No communication, also wise, I can't help you much." She says, "Okay, let's be frank." I said, "Do you happen to have women outside?" I said, "Minimum 3, maximum 4." And I said, "One of them is a bit dark skin a bit dark." Ladies and gentlemen, this no racist here. I cannot be racist. I cannot cut my things and I say I'm racist. I'm just saying one of the mistress has a slightly darker skin.
stating a fact.
Yeah, stating a fact. And she says, "You look at me." So how you know?
你跟踪我。
You just tell me whether correct or not. He says, "Yes, there's 4. And I've not seen them for a long time. The circuit breaker, don't allow me to meet up with them. Oh, I said, poor thing now. Can you tell me, confirm or not? You got or not?" She said, "Yeah, I got 4. And the dark skin one, he says, is actually of Indian ethnic. Indian ethnic. So I said, "Okay." I said, Chinese has a saying, 红颜祸水. 红颜祸水, the English, I don't know how to translate that because this is the last minute you asked me to say it for you. You don't prepare. 红颜祸水 means if you got an affair, it is actually bad things. Will come with a terrible implication. Okay, basically it's like that. Okay, so I said, if you want to win your legal case, you actually must throw away all this mistress. Abandon them. If not, difficult. The choice is yours. I told him. So ladies and gentlemen, don't anyhow place piano at home. Don't anyhow place small pot of plants at home. Right? Don't anyhow place a precious moment with another woman behind a precious moment at home. Don't play. Okay? What you see is what you get. All right? We have shown you the video just now. The 2 little rooster in Wendy's son's room. All right? 2 rooster means metal element. In the East, it means legs. So the rooster is at least twice problems for the legs. And roosters, you cannot be 2 together. There are too many things that cannot be 2. There are 4 animals that cannot be paired. The number one thing is dragon. A lot of people want to put your Pisu, Qiling all in a pair. Not very good. I tell you first. Okay, good.
Then, Master KK, Then in
Yes.
that case here, can I ask another question? Because you already said I have a pair of roosters in my son's room, so he has that 2 operations already. But I also understand from my experience with your things move in 12-year cycle. Does it mean he's going to get another pair of operation in 12 years' time from the last incident?
That's a very good question. Remove the issues first. So history repeats itself. Okay. So what you know do is that Feng Shui will actually break the patterns for you. How we know all these things happens because we're reading the environment, just decoding. All right, decoding the environment, and then once you're able to break it, the spell will sort of like the spell will go away. Okay. So I think Wendy asked a very interesting questions. Well, basically, it's skeptical. I understand. Okay, how do we know that it works? How can we, by looking at it, how we know this thing happens? So, can I share the next video with everybody? But before I share the next video with everybody, I want to answer to Wee Tai. Wee Tai says he knows what to do already.
Yeah, he's going to buy a lot of pianos.
Actually, Wendy,
Yes, sir.
you just mentioned that the cycle is coming again. It is coming very soon.
Yeah, because he's 17. This thing happened when he was 8. So it's like,
2 years time.
another 2, yeah.
2 years time it is coming again at a different intensity.
I'm going to stop him from
Okay.
cycling and his bouldering and his whatever knots.
No, don't do that. Just be careful. Just be careful. Don't worry.
Just use the chicken, cook it tonight.
Cut it.
I already buang the chicken, everything, drumstick, chicken wing, everything, you name it, I chop up the head. Bad chicken, really bad chicken.
Okay, good.
You
So
already
let's
break that spell, so it's okay. Yeah.
all right, so hard to stop them. Children, I cannot stop them. They have to be
Yeah
active and they got to serve national service. Correct or not? Correct or not? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to lock him in the room.
So,
Yeah, we can do something to protect him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ethan asked a question. So where to place the piano? All right, I'll tell you when I see your house. Okay, I'll tell you when.
Northwest.
哇塞，害人哦！
不是害人。
太
哎，Master Feng，可能有些人真的是想要的呢。
No. 你想要 you don't use piano. With time you use piano, you will hurt your brothers. Not increase your chances.
哇，which brother 要讲好好，不然要讲好好。用这么贵的 piano。
Actually, we Thai want to be the 小三啦。Okay, so we Thai. Okay, let's come to 言归正传啦。Okay, I will show you guys the videos. Okay, and then we see. We Thai also said, yeah, actually webinar. Okay, good. We'll see the video first to answer the question that what Wendy asked. By looking at things, or many people say, "How look at the rooster? We know you have injured yourself." Ladies and gentlemen, we want to prove the theory to you. Take a look at this video, and then we ask another question. You answer us. Okay? Look at this video. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please tell us what you see in this video. What do you see in this video? Do you see there's dark cloud? All right, so I want everyone to key into the computer now, into the chat group. When you see the dark cloud, what does it indicate to you? Please try your best to answer us. And then I also want to answer to Wee Tai. Wee Tai say, what did Wee Tai say? Wee Tai say he is also in this webinar. Who is in the
brothers? He means brothers.
Oh, brother. Okay.
Master Feng asked which brothers, ma.
Okay, so we have people say that there's storm coming. People say that it's rain coming. Yes. Well done. Okay, then people who says the weather is changing, gloomy. Okay, then Marcus says storm coming. Good. So everybody also has this understanding. You all see this dark cloud. You all know that it's the storm is coming. Right now, this dark cloud, the storm is coming. Everybody knows. It's very clear. All right, but how come You know. My question is, how come you know? How come you know? You all
Common
know
sense.
because you all know because you grew up. You all know by observing this. Every time the dark cloud come, it rains after that. Storms come that. Correct. But this is through observation. Correct. It also probably your parents told you, hey, dark cloud coming. Faster go and close the window. Go and clear the clothes from the. They're not taking the clothes, bring in the clothes. Correct. Because you know it's going to rain. And true to the fact enough that it will rain. It will rain.
If you don't know, you can listen to the song by Sun Yanzi. It's called P or O.
Oh, I love the song.
Correct. So it rains. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what you call feng shui. That's it. Nothing difficult. You observe. So feng shui was actually discovered through observation by Fuxi, right? Many years ago, 8,000 years ago. You observe. After you observe, and then you use scientifically to explain. So it's nothing difficult, right? So a lot of people has this problem experience, right? Like great Joe say this experience, yeah, like observation. So I understand a lot of people out there who are skeptic, really skeptic, like just like me. If just to make that very clear, you all know I don't believe in feng shui before, right? So skeptic. So how come feng shui is like that? We were skeptic. So I want to show you the next slide. This thing. Everybody have this thing. They know this. Do you all know what is this? Can you please key into the chat if you know what is this? This is what they call used in the science class. Right now, this is called periodic table. Correct. Periodic table. You all use this and you all believe in this because this is proven and you understand the language because you were taught, you were given education, you were given a proper training. Correct. The periodic table. You know how to use this. And if you are a science student or you are still using this to do your work as a scientist or a chemist, you use this because you were taught and you're able to read the ABC and it's not foreign to you and it looks familiar to you because you were properly introduced. So that is the problem with us because many of us see this. This is also the science from our ancient time, our Chinese ancient history science 8,000 years ago. Before any religion, before any language, before any written language, before any written language, at that time, we were still using our hands to gather food. We are still using to hunt for animals. We are still using tools to hunt for fish. We are not even prowling the land yet. So there's no religion yet. There's no mining. All right. So at that time, we already developed our own periodic table, if you want to call it, but it's called the 6 before hexagram. Right. But how come you all don't believe it? Because you are not properly introduced to it. You are not properly educated. So hence you do not know the science behind it. And I'm totally fine. But do not say no or tarnish everything that you have not seen or you don't are not aware or you're not exposed or not properly educated. I think that's just be very shallow. All right, kind of. All right, so give yourself a chance. Give everybody a chance to explore it further. That's what I'm trying to tell everybody. Okay, so by looking at certain things in Wendy's house or looking at certain things in environment every time we go to our customer house, we're able to tell a few things. I'm able to tell a few things. Okay, so I think we want to share one last thing before maybe we don't share lah. We keep it for next week. Masters, what do you all think? Right, we keep it for next week. Next week we tell them about this. Can we share?
Yeah. It's a different topic. It's a different topic totally.
I mean, next week, next summit topic lah. Can we talk about this fertility? 生孩子. If you want to increase this one, I'm sure Mr. Lee Hsien Loong probably will be interested also.
Yeah. He'll log in next time.
You all say I speak like Mr. Lee Hsien Loong, right? Because now you all want to know about this because they will increase the population of Singapore. We want to increase the population of Singapore. And then we also want to share this with you. Relationship. Okay? How come relationship? All right? Why by looking at this, we know there are problems with the relationship. All right? Why by just looking at a little photo frame, we are able to tell stories. All right? All my masters are great story speaker. Quite a masters. All right? We are from this we can relate to many things. Right? I think This also come with experience, lah. The more experience you are, the more things that you see, and then you check your customers, you check the homeowners, and then you can gather more things, more information. All right. Thank you
Yeah,
for.
rest assured, we don't create the stories. You created the story. We mainly decipher and tell you what's the story.
That's
Yeah,
the
I experienced that.
synchronization of the energy, and because the things surrounding you will actually restore the story. So through our eyes we will be able to see all these stories.
Wendy, you want to share something? You were laughing very loudly when Master Eric said that we were able to decipher the stories.
No,
Another story you want to say?
there's too many stories. I'm just trying to go through the scenes when you all walk the external ground. I still cannot understand how broken branches and things like that has garnered so many stories and it explains so many things. I'm still digesting up to today. Yeah, we're still talking about everything until today. And oh yeah, masters, after you all left that last weekend, they cleared all the paths are very clear now. So is that why our things are all soon now? So more stories.
More stories. Good. Maybe we want to share a few things. I am somebody who don't believe in Feng Shui before. All right. It was also
too.
through Master Sharon, my wife. One day, she asked me to carry the bag for her, and then in one of the very first experience that wanted to change my whole life, there was a dog. Sorry, there was a cat who came into the floor on the walkway, and then Master Sharon was able to delineate and share that the child, the first boy in the family, must have fallen ill in that particular year. I said, "How you know?" Master Sharon said, "The dog spoke to her. The cat spoke to her." I said, "Wow, my master must have really 走火入魔, or must really very, very, very deep in the this believing this nonsense feng shui." Okay, and then further down we walk, and then she saw a broken bowl. She said the mother of the family must have lost her job. Wow. Again, I said, "How you know?" She said the bowl told her. I tell you, my wife no 没有救了 very very deep into this this feng shui more, because I don't believe my But when we went upstairs to the house, the moment we stepped inside, we asked the lady of the house, did your son, Master Sharon asked, I did not ask, of course. Master Sharon asked, did the son fall ill in that particular year? And the mother of the house said, no, not that particular year, but 12 years before that. So it's a cycle. So 12 years before that. And the son had stroke at the age of 7. Age 7 had a stroke. Okay. I was dumbstruck. Saying, how did Master Sharon know? Did the cat literally speak to Master Sharon? I'm questioning myself already at that time. I cannot imagine what I cannot believe what I was hearing from the mouth of the homeowner telling me that the son fell ill at 7 years old and Master Sharon was able to predict that. Okay, but at that time I know that 12 years is one cycle. That one I believe. Okay, and then Master Sharon continued to ask her, did you lose your job in that particular year? I said, yeah, I lost my job. That's the reason why you are here. Hopefully I can regain my career back. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that moment I really struck myself. I said, I'm blurred. How come the broken bowl and the cat can speak to Master Sharon? Right. So I went to the car after the whole exercise. I got into the car. I asked Master Sharon, if the cat and the bowl literally spoke to you. She, if you all know Master Sharon, she's very soft spoken, right? Then she scolded. She scolded. You know why Master Sima laughed so loudly? So she scolded me. The family not doing well already. I spent time and money send you go for a feng shui class. And what you do in the class? You actually play handphone and you spoke to the student. And when the teacher, at that time the teacher was Master Simas. My Master Simas was the teacher and asked students, 各位同学有什么问题要问我吗？有什么疑问 before we move to the next chapter? Any questions you want to ask me, please raise your hand. You raise your hand. And you ask the Master Simas, Master teacher, what time is recess time? Wow, you super 捣蛋. You think I don't know? Master Simas give me face only. You don't want to meet the scene of it. So here I apologize to Master Simas. I was a very naughty student. But now you all know why I keep calling Master Simas, Teacher Simas, because he's my first teacher to teach me Feng Shui. Okay? So that's how 调皮捣蛋 and notorious boy I was. Okay, so by looking at things we know, we can tell. And the story has to look maybe we, Master Eric, Master Simas, and Master Feng, we want to share with them how we did our training. Our training is our practical training in school. And all these are recorded in videos. Correct, Masters.
Yep.
All videos
Yep.
you got proof one.
有
Cannot say
记
no
为
proof,
证。
cannot say anyhow say one. So to answer Wendy, how come by looking at the broken branches, by looking at the road or trees or something like we can paint a story out, and then the story has to be the same as what you have been through before, right? Basically reading your diary, your diary outside your house. Okay, so when our training is when we go to the customer's house, or rather we have trainings. All the students will come together in one of the students' house in the morning, and then all the information we given was he is the first son or the second son or the third son of the house, or he is a married man with how many children. All right, the wife is the first or second or third. That's all you know. That's all we know. And then
And the floor plan.
And the floor plan.
And the floor
And then
plan.
that's it. You and the map. You go and find out more information about this family, their past 12 years, what happened. Okay. Sometimes, honestly, we are lucky. We see certain things we can trace back 24 years or 36 years, regardless whether they have been staying there for the past 24 years or 36 years. Okay, regardless, or even they just collected their keys. Regardless, we can tell. Right, these are the trainings. Right, then we come back in the evening, and then we will have to present to the teachers and the rest of the fellow students and the homeowners what was our finding. All right, and that's how we are able to decipher the read. Why broken stone, broken a cat or a broken twig, are able to tell a story. Yes, everything has a story. Even a packet of thrown away secret box has a story. How small it is. And it's, if that secret box happened to be landed on the top of the roof, that's also one story. Okay.
Maybe one of the viewers here right now, I see, also can share, because I won't mention who. He loved smoking pipes. He took a picture of a new pipes that he bought in a certain manner with different accessories placed along with it. And once look at it, I told him certain years what happened to him, and he got a shock. Okay, just by looking at where he placed things. Oh, I think you know who you are, lah. I don't want to bring your name out.
I also know who he is.
I'm guessing. I'm guessing as well.
Okay, yeah, to answer to Tan Boon Eng, yes, Pishu, Qiling, Long Gui, what else? Tian Lu, all cannot be a pair, must be separated, must be take one piece at a time.
And better don't display this year.
This year, the dragon not good with not friends with ox, so don't display this year. All right, this year don't display. Keep it first. Next year then display. All right, good. Having said that, Masters, we're going to share all this in our next summit. We also want to promote a little bit hot seat. I think we've heard so many things about a hot seat. We'll try to see whether we can get some, technically we're able to have a hot seat. This is our competency. There are no masters out there in the market are able to bring you up straight away live. And we do not know you. We do not know you. We do live. We can read your past 12 years. We can read your character. We can read your health. All right, this is our competency. We want to promote this in the next summit. Hopefully, we can do it based on the technical things that we have. It's challenging. It's challenging in terms of skills. It's challenging in terms of knowledge. It's also challenging in terms of technicality. Right? Technicality is more concerned because we are obviously we are Feng Shui masters. We are not TV producer, so we don't know how to play all this type of thing. So. Yeah, but again, we would definitely want to try to do a hot seat. Okay, hopefully we can. All right, and we also want to promote our next Feng Shui review of our province residences at the Canberra that site, at the Sembawang site. It will be on the 2nd of October on a Saturday. Again, 3:13 p.m. All right. As you all know, we are not paid to talk about any condominium development. We are not paid by developers or the property agents. We will give you straight to tell you yes or no, can or cannot, good or bad. straight away will tell you, nothing to hide. All right, that's why it's called straight talk, and there's no reserved. All right, so this is what we're going to promote. All right, good. Masters, anything to add on, Masters?
No more. Yep.
All right, good. If there's nothing, I really want to thank everyone for turning up today. Masters, Eric, you have something to say?
Maybe you want to flash back to your 3 QR code. I think somebody just asked.
All right, the 2 or 3 QR code for the book, is it?
I mean, there were 3
The
QR
Feng Shui
codes.
audit.
Yep.
Yeah.
All
And the services. Yeah.
services.
Okay, good. I'll do it now. Okay. Right. Also want to thank our sponsors, Renault Talk and Sky Creation, to support all of our every summit and all our shows and all our events. They'll be very kind, and they're cross-posting everybody's our shows, so we're very appreciative of them. All right. So this is the slides that you all want to have. All right. These are the slides.
Yeah, it's blocking by the tagline.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. Wendy, can you remove the tagline, please?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I hope everyone enjoyed this session with us. This is our episode 3. Okay, there will be more coming along the way, and we will have more interesting topic to talk. Okay, and if you
Yes.
have anything to share, please do drop us a line. Or if you love what you hear, share with your friends. Okay. Thank you.
Forward this to as many people as possible. We want to help them, and see Feng Shui in a different perspective. We are not here to promote, to tell you, to convert you into a believer of Feng Shui. That's not our job. Our job here is to share what our experience are,
Share.
to give you the correct perspective towards Feng Shui. Okay, good. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Master Simas, Master Eric, Master Fong, and thank you all the audience with us for this whole afternoon. Thank you so much. And once again, our sponsors, Renault Talk and Sky Creation. Also want to tell everybody, stay safe, stay home, always help your neighbors, and be nice to everyone. All right, see you guys. Bye-bye.